Good afternoon, everybody. It's me, Dave, somethingfishyinc.net. Monday, November the 2nd. Not a happy camper. So, give you a quick look. Working on a new fish room. Got 3 racks up. Got to do some more work, getting leveled. Then the other racks could go on that wall, 340 and a 155 boat. A lot of work to still do over here. Floors done are nice, but yes, Sergeant Tank. I am pissed off, mad, sick of this industry beyond belief. It's nuts. It is totally just stupid. These companies need broken up. These big giant companies suck. They're horrible. Bad business. Putting out bad products half the time. They're buttholes, big time. They're just full of shit. They're cons. They're two-faced, overpriced crap. So here's a scenario. Anybody knows me, I hate Marineland, which is part of a giant company owned by Spectrum Brands. Spectrum owns a lot of things. I think Black & Decker, seed mills, pesticides, all kinds of consumer stuff and shit, whatever. And people don't realize who owns it all at the top of that Christmas tree? Raybock Battery and Wall Street owns it all. Tetra, Jungle, Aquarium Systems, I think they own. Some of the companies don't even exist. Oceanic, that's under Aquarium. That's gone, pretty much. So anyway, that's one giant that owns half, pretty much, of the pet industry. No, not the Spectrum. It's a different entity. It's not the Spectrum internet phone service, the technology. It's a middleman for Raybock between. It's like if you had a shotgun blast. I mean, you may be able to Google it. You know how they do like a graph, a breakdown, like what a company owns, and it just branches out into so many segments. At Spectrum, they used to have a United Pet Group, and then it was like umbrella for all the pet industries and manufacturing, distribution, whatever they own. And then they just raveled it up into Spectrum, which is a huge mega company. And Marineland sucks. They produce shit tanks. They leak. They crack. They're overpriced. The seals blow. Quality products all suck. Lights don't last. Less is up and changed in the last 2 years, but most of it's all shit. Shit company. All around just a dumbass company. It's gone to hell. And these big giants that keep buying up the smaller mom and pop manufacturers and distributors, whatever, that were homegrown, they've annihilated them, destroyed them, made them worse. Went to China, whatever they did. It's all about profits, and trust me, I'm about profit too. I'm a business owner. I need to make money just like anybody else. And but it's gone overboard. I think the company should be broken up. So my current situation, and then my one wholesaler is owned by one of the biggest mail order place out of Canada, Big Owls. It's all bullshit. It saved them because the old man that originally owned the company in Buffalo had a great company. Everything was doing great. And then once he passed, and then it went to hell, and then they sold it to a giant, Phillips, which sucks. And that was all dog and cat food shit and furry stuff, whatever. And one of the aquatic segment, Stronger, which I understand, I guess. But it just, giants buying more and more, and it's too much. It's out of control. They control too much, monopolizing, price controlling, raising prices. Our prices get higher. They make more profits. We make less profits. That's a fact in independence. It is a struggle to be a profitable mom and pop shop, especially these days. It's insane. So here's the other one, Central Pet and Garden, massive, based out of California, I think, yeah, originally. They own a boatload, a lot of things, consumer goods, obviously garden things, whatever, clay pot, you name it. And then they own pet segment, which is Aqueon, which used to be All Glass, and Oceanic, which is almost irrelevant, which was one of the best made heavy duty glass tanks in the day. Um, they own, God, they own a lot. They own a lot. Different segments in the pet business. I don't know everything. And they private label for Pet Smart shit and Pet Supply Plus crap and Petco bullshit, whatever. They've been putting all their eggs in the one basket, catering to these giants, which um, PetSmart is dumping, unloading Chewy, which I'm surprised actually. They paid. That guy walked away that owned Chewy, a billionaire, not a profitable business in 5 years, not made a dime, zero profit. He was selling the stuff so damn cheap, well, basically wholesale. Huge customer base, biggest competitor online to PetSmart, Petco, which also owns, was Dr. Foster and Smith, which is pretty much gone. And that's what these companies do. It's like Pretty Woman, you know, the old movie where he buys companies and breaks them up and sells them piece by piece and stuff. Well, it's the same thing with these in the pet industry. They buying, selling, flipping, and breaking it down and tearing it apart and ruining it, whatever. But you know, the CEO, the cigar smoker, is walking away pretty happy in his yacht and jet and whatever and bullshit and keeping somewhat the stockholders and Wall Street happy, I guess. It's all a numbers game. So, yeah, so Central, I got that 210 gallon set up last month or whatever. There was a sale. I was lucky to get those tanks. That was the only tank I actually got, a big tank. So I got one in with having a new store, one something like that in there. And it's coming to season. The fish business is, our season is winter here. So, you know, seeing a big tank, it's like piece of candy, you want to eat it. So I see that big tank, it's like, man, makes people dream wanting that bigger tank. They have a 55, 75, whatever. All those guys and women love to have a big show tank. So sold it. Took a couple weeks, few weeks. I mean, people are always hee-hawing over it. So nobody's hardly on, just a couple of you guys. So anyway, customer, longtime customer, old guy, retired guy, ex-vet, bought it. I think it was set up like 3 or 4 days. Last Saturday, was it? God, I'm losing track of time. Well, it cracked, split open, let loose in his basement. Bad news. So scrambling, and anybody knows that's been following me or paying attention to this business, there's a glass shortage. And now there's no more frame manufacturer. So there's all kinds of shit going on because we rely on China way, way too much. So there's all kinds of issues. I found out even wire, they can't make cages and tops and all kinds of stuff. There's shortage on wire. It's a mess. So getting a replacement tank was going to be obviously a big challenge. Well, that's a possible avenue, Christina. I've talked to them in the past, seen them at some conventions, and we talked about doing some business, and then I forgot about them. That might be a possibility. I'll have to see. People keep going talking about like acrylic and everything else, but the cost. Wait, there's a glass shortage. I don't know. Eat plastic bags. That make the eco guys happy, I guess. I don't know. Well, the problem is, as common hobbyists, even me as a hobbyist or even a store owner, having a fish room, you you're not gonna, unless you're already pretty well off, you have fluid money to blow. Acrylic is more expensive than glass. 3 times, I'd say, average, if not more, depending on the size. Now, if you get it into a bigger tank, over 250 gallons, 300 gallons, over that, then acrylic, you get comparable in pricing on a custom glass tank or close to it, whatever. And then there's the pros and cons. Acrylic weighs a heck lot less than glass. Trust me, I've moved 10,000 tanks in my years, of all shapes and sizes. You're pretty hot. Okay. But the problem is, it's lighter, it's easier to build, different sizes, all different sizes, and blah blah blah. Lasts longer, it's clear, but it scratches a lot easier and costs more. So, and I don't know what the current. I haven't did a custom build in a while, so or did a custom order, but it only goes up in price, and it's petroleum based. People fail to remember acrylic is a type of plastic. There's different types of acrylic. There's only like 2 types of acrylic that they use for making tanks: polycast and cell cast. I've worked in an acrylic shop before, so that's based on my knowledge. Then you get into custom tanks, those crystal clear glass, whatever. It gets expensive, but doing this, I'm not rich. I'm just a stupid fish store owner. You gotta buy standard tanks with frames. So anyway, getting back to my rant. Nice rack, thanks. Oh, right there. Oh, sorry, the other one. The credits, all this stuff is getting set up. The customer is aware, and obviously aggravated, and which I don't blame him 100%. So it should have got. I set the order in Tuesday, along with $1,000, $1,500 with the other stuff, just to go along with the 210 and a stand replacement that they're paying. And he actually rented a van. Then he paid a couple movers to take the tank in the basement, because I ain't moving that shit like that no more. So anywho, Friday I was supposed to get a call. I was trying to get the logistics in line. They sub it out to a trucking company, and make sure. I wanted to go to the new address. If not, it could come to this address. Either or, whatever. But I want to deliver there, so he picks it up there at the front door. And I'm prepping for that. And didn't hear nothing, because I have to coordinate, make sure I'm here. These trucking companies, sorry if you're in the trucking business, most of them suck. They don't communicate. I always say so many times, please, call me on my cell, text, email, so we coordinate, because I've had them show up here and nobody's here. And then they have to re-deliver, or then they want to recharge. It's so much bullshit. People just don't do their jobs, or just don't care, or both. So anyhow, I emailed my rep, Bonnie, whatever, in New Jersey, Central, this morning saying, I'm expecting this tank to set this order come today or tomorrow. It went out last Tuesday night when I ordered it, so Wednesday, Thursday got delivered. And I'm like, they better not just show up unannounced and nobody here, whatever. I want this done right. Everything done right and smoothly as possible. Why not? She emails me back like, gonna ship the order. I'm like, what? Email her like, I said what? With question marks. Like, what are you talking about? I set the order last Tuesday. I'm on the road doing maintenance service, and she's like, call me now. I'm like, uh-oh. So I pull in here for the building, and I call her. She's definitely, I can tell in her voice, cracking. It's their fault. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. They sent my order to the wrong store in another state. What? She says, all my years, they've never done that. I'm like, what the frick? Now what am I gonna do? Hi everybody, Chevy Fish. So So nightmare times steroids. And so what am I supposed to do now? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We don't have any more tanks. What? I said, well, go get my order at the store it went to. Yeah, I mean, I don't handle the logistics or the trucking. I mean, I don't ship. It's from the vendors, multiple states, New York, whatever, New Jersey. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She says, you don't know. And then I'm like, well, well, if I don't have a tank. I said, if I had a tank, she said she would deliver with her car. I'm like, okay, well, that's not helping me right now, but what am I saying? Then it comes down to it that the tank came in broken. So they don't have no tanks. No replacement tank for this customer's 210 warranty. What am I going to do? What should I say? I don't know. And so she was no help, and not to go off on her. I said, well, put yourself in my shoes. I'm on the front lines. Yeah, it does. I'm on the front lines. I have nothing to, I'm going to take a beating. I'm going to probably get yelled, somebody's going to be mad at me. And I can explain it all day long, but when someone's emotional or pissed, we all kind of just, you get blinders on. You're like, what the hell is going on? And so yeah, it puts me in a really bad situation. I said, well, this could be a lawsuit. I said, this is stupid. You tank blow out, he had to rent at the end, all this stuff, hire people to move the tank, and now you don't have a tank, and he's got fish crammed and other things, whatever, and the whole thing is a mess. She's like, do you want to talk to my supervisor? I'm like, well, what am I supposed to say? She don't know. So I was like, what's your supervisor's name? I get a tablet and I write it down. Weird name. Shabaka Roberts. I guess that's in New Jersey. Her division at Central. And so I'm writing everything down, because I used to work for a police department part-time. So you learn, especially owning a business and being a landlord, whatever, details, write everything down, the time, the day I talked to, who I talked to, when I talked to, what they said, as much as possible, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, let me talk to him, because I don't know what, or her, I don't know what it's a he or she. And I get hung up on. So I call back, she doesn't answer, I leave a message. I said, you hung up on me, I need to talk to the supervisor. Call back like 3 more times and don't answer the phone. It's a direct line to her, so she don't answer the phone. She's probably got caller ID. So at this point, I'm pissed, and she's ignoring me because it's all effed up. So now I have to go to Valerie in Wisconsin, the warranty department, go back to her emails, because there's a lot of emails. That's one thing about technology. Paper trails I have all my shit since I started working in like 1984. No lie. I've been audited by the RS once, and it was not a fun ride, but I was clear. I had my stuff. So people say I'm a hoarder, but sometimes it's a good thing. Now she's trying to figure out, she's got to talk to her supervisor and try to figure this all out, and they're probably gonna have to pay him. I don't know. It's just stupid. So my rant, my bitch is these companies need broken up. Central needs broken up, and Central and Spectrum, which is owned by Raybach Battery, they need broken up. These companies need split, put back into smaller companies, more manageable, more people that care about their jobs, do their job, and get out of this corporate Wall Street bullshit. It's done. It needs axed. It needs cut. It needs to bleed. This industry. That's an interesting question. I try not to do politics. I guess I'll go on record and say I'm for Trump, even though sometimes I need to just shut up. I got to tie my boot. It bugs me. That's a flip side with Trump. Obviously, he's pro-business. Last 3.5 years before the stupid COVID shit, my business was booming more than it's ever have, and my taxes were lower. People all talk about all his tax breaks, incentives, and all this stuff he's done was just for big corporate things. There's a trickle-down effect. Anybody that's running a halfway decent business, small business, it came our way. It's I have a CPA I've had for most of my almost 28 years. I've had her, 30 years almost in business. So I went 2 years without an accountant. I had a bookkeeper or whatever. But no, see, that's a problem with our industry, the pet industry. I hate when I look at the camera. It looks like I'm looking at an angle on my phone. That just drives me silly. But the pet industry is not looked upon like the airlines or maybe auto or technology or some of the big companies, pharmaceutical, maybe, I don't know, as being monopolizing. This industry probably goes under the radar, unless somebody really big made a stink about it getting broken up. Probably not going to happen. I mean, they'll break themselves up. PetSmart is owned by an investment firm out of Britain, and they bought Chewy for like $3.6 billion, and it never turned a profit. Basically, they bought their biggest competitor, and now they're wanting to sell off. I just read, because if I get a hold of the Wall Street Journal or I like reading business, because it all comes in like a full circle, Let me see what somebody's got something. Christina, companies who make the dog food own the vet clinics, so there's no incentive to make food that is good for dogs. Ooh, yeah, man, I'm not part of that pie, but the dog industry is huge and very competitive. I mean, when I went to the Global Show one time, I flew down to Florida, went to the Global Show for 2, 3, 4 hours, and then flew back. That was crazy. Rented a car, went down to Tampa, whatever, and the fish segment was as big as my building, 5,000, 10,000 square feet of aquatics. The giant place down there, like Gugunuba, Imes, that was years ago, and it was own company. Now it's owned by Smucker's Jelly up here. No, take that back. Mars Candy Bar, which is another jackass outfit that's in the industry. Candy bar companies in the industry, pharmacy companies are in the pet industry. Fish are better than dogs. Yes and no. I love my dog. I have my old boy Calvis, my boxer. He's great. I like my fish too, but my fish get on my nerves, beating each other up, jumping out. I lost those 12-inch arowanas. They were doing great. Coming one day, they're looking like shit. And I was like, all right, they didn't get a water change. They're not eating the food. I left a couple chunks of worm. I came in yesterday morning, the feed over there, and they were dead. So you're losing almost $400 worth of fish. Just a couple fish. Don't get in this business. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Better to be a hobbyist. I'm a hobbyist by blood, but if I go back, I don't know I'm not I'm not a book smart type person. So I didn't like sitting in a table. I couldn't be a desk jockey. I did some construction. Didn't want to do that all my life. Breaking my back, climbing roofs, digging holes, and lumping tires out of semi trucks. I've done all kinds of stuff. Worked in some factories, printing companies, here and there, but always end up in the pet business. So here I am. That's for sure. Even my parrot over there, Poco, and my silly turtles at home. Man, they're so stupid. I love those things, but man, they're so dumb. The koi are so much, the fish are smarter than the turtles. They watch me like a hawk. They'll sneak around the back of the filter. They're like creeping because they want to get the food from the turtle. I usually throw a little bit of food back in the corner. I got the koi trained to go over there. So they'll go over and get that food, but that's never enough. And now I have more turtles in there, the stink pot and all that stuff, and the dimeback. They all come to the window. A lot of times they're looking at me and not paying attention to all the food that's floating around them. I give them like krill and pellet, all different types of brands of pellets and sticks, cichlid sticks, koi sticks, turtle sticks, pellets, all kinds of stuff. So they get fed well. And those dummies, they're like looking around like they're drunk. And koi are just, I know. And I turn around, come back. Those koi are right there grabbing all that food, knocking the turtles around. And I mean, they're good sized koi, maybe 14, 15-inch koi. But they get chewed on. I see they got bite marks on their fins, so some of the turtles are nipping at them. But golly, that aggravates me. So I have to like separate feedings. I have a plastic stick that I beat the koi. I knock them away so the turtles can eat, so they don't eat all the food. So anyway, yeah, I hate the pet industry. They suck. The distributors suck. I'm not gonna say all of them. I won't lump everybody in it. There's some good people still working the business and the industry that mean well, want to do well. I have one of your shirts for yourself. Oh, that shirt. God bless there. Oh, thanks, Graham Cop. Take care, buddy. Appreciate it. It's your whacking stick. The koi whacking stick. Make that clear. Oh, good grief. So I needed to laugh. Thanks. I'm stressed, but I gotta get to work. If I could fire myself, I'd do it right now and retire. Ain't gonna happen. So yeah, a few people are on. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Larry's on. Larry, you have to go back and watch my rant. Christina, look at my racks. Not this rack, that rack. So yeah, now we gotta get the tanks cleaned up. So most of this one's gonna have like 30-gallon breeders, 45 frags. They're like 18 by 48 or 18 by 36 tanks. Thanks. That one's going to have 45 wide frags, which I don't think they make anymore. It's a great tank, a little pricey, but I love it. 36 by 24 by 12. So those and some 15s. That's a 2-foot wide rack. So yeah, I had an idea. I'm going to have about 105 tanks right now. There's room to add more. I was going to put stuff on that top rack, but I could, but that makes it a little more work. Here, there's going to be 60, 70, 10 gallons. Two of those racks, the 340 is going to be in that corner. Eric wanted to go back into the big one downstairs, the dollars, the cats. 155 bow back kind of almost in the same spot. The center room is going to use for stocking and hopefully less junk that I have. Up there, we got to build up. It was just a mishmash, but I'm going to build that up so it could hold more stuff. Yes. I'm going to have that ready. I'm going to be tonight prepped, ready for any stupid shit will go down. Let's not off topic of the fish stuff, but common sense and respect. That's what the industry needs. That's what a lot of people need. That's a lot of things need. Common sense and respect. You do not need a college degree to have those. That's my own saying. You know, just I don't know. People have lost their mind from one side to the other, gone nuts. But I'm a big 2A believer. That's obvious. Kind of old-fashioned, old school. That's how I grew up. Working class, you know, either coal mines or auto industry. Yeah, how do you teach common sense? I think our schools are failing. I didn't do that well in school. I ended up taking a home economics course or something like that, which was actually probably better. I didn't want to be at school. So I got out early, 11th and like 12th grade. And I went and worked. I started working at Petland when I was like 15. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna go make money. I want to make money. Show me the money. I was like, I'm gonna go work, play with the animals and fish and turtles and lizards and whatever, and clean fish tanks, and I'm gonna get paid. That's funny you say that because there was only I and two more guys, and the rest were all girls in our class. So we did cooking. It was actually fun. I had some good times. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. It was good. And I got out like at 10:25 part of the year, and then 11:25, and I went home, changed, and went to work. I was like, man, I'm making money. I'm gonna go buy stuff. So, um, yeah, I'll be careful, be safe, vote however you want to vote. I already voted, so I'm done. But I'm all for trying to keep it real, keep our country going forward, not in reverse. We need to all get along. Just common sense, respect. I don't care where you're from. I deal with all walks of life in my life, been around the world, third world countries. No, I have not been in the military. Probably should have been. A lot of people think that. I did work for a police department part time as an animal control officer. Could have been a full time cop. But I guess get that from having family, military friends, and in martial arts half my life. Martial arts probably helped save me along as keeping fish tanks, keep me out of trouble probably more than once, and working. Wanting to make my own money. My dad, didn't grow up poor, really. I mean, middle class kind of lifestyle. Um, I probably had college paid for if I really would have applied myself, but yeah, it didn't happen. I did end up going back to school, learning business. I took an IRS tax class and things, just how to make a business plan. And this is before internet ever existed and anything, cell phones. I agree. Just okay, fine. You know, whatever. Just it's your own thing. Keep your own thing. You do the right thing. Don't hurt kids. Um, I'm in an interracial uh, relationship. My man's Chinese, whatever. So one of 11 kids. But yeah, I've dealt with all walks of life. There's pros and cons to all of them. So, but people just need to care more. Respect and common sense. Don't need to concentrate. It's not always what you know, it's who you know. If you know both, you're doing better. I always said that too. Some of my sayings. That's why I like teaching martial arts, teaching kids. So I can't wait to get the dojo, the martial arts school going. Hopefully by January. That's why I should be getting on this and getting that place cleared out next door to the old store. And so yeah, and it keeps my son active, working out, and I like to see other kids. I do some teaching now, and man, our youth, we're in trouble, people. I mean, the laziness or the attitudes. I mean, I don't know. It's we're in a different world. I don't get it. I mean, I did my share of bad stuff, and I got whooped. I got leather belt or hand by mom or the belt by dad. So you learn respect real quick, or you learn common sense the hard way if you're trying to do things the hard way. Um, Ow. At 50, more. I'm 51. Can't believe it. I had to pinch myself. 51. Woo. But yeah, I don't know. Try to be nice. It's that's like what is it? Roadhouse. What's Patrick Swayze says? Uh, what did he say to the other bouncer? Be nice when and why I can't remember the saying. He's always like that. Be nice. Do it nice. Be nice. then it's like the switch when not to be nice. So sometimes that's what it takes, unfortunately. But I'm gonna get going. 35 minutes, holy crap. I appreciate everybody on. Like, share, subscribe. More the merrier. Yeah, good old school movies, man. I like going back and watching. Actually, Dylan's gotten to watching some old movies now. It's kind of cool. That's it. Be nice until it's time not to be nice. Right on. That might be tomorrow, election day. Put some vanilla extract on it too to make it stop hurting. Ooh, that's interesting. Hey, some tidbits of health info from Texan Gamer. Vanilla extract. Interesting. Or go get that numbing stuff. You put it in there like Novocaine. Whiskey, yeah. Get some moonshine or something. It'll be lit. All good. So, all right. Everybody take care in the States, above the States. Larry, up in Canada. I wish you all well. And catch you on the next round. It'd be sushi. Under your pillow. The smell will wake you up. That's funny. But all good. Y'all take care. You too, Chevy. Take care, bud. So hopefully people don't go stupid, but we know there's stupid people out there going to do stupid shit tomorrow or through the week because they're not going to like the results. But I'm all about concealed carry and protecting your family, business, friends. I've heard of clove oil. I've heard that one before. Clove oil. Good info. Stupid should hurt. Yep. They're too busy living in the basement and not doing nothing. And I like that one video on the Facebook. It was like it's played 100 times today. That was like a memory where it's looks like a cop or somebody. It looked like a female. Here, you're a cop. You crack me up, man. Yeah, do it. Watch a fish be walking around with a big tooth. Hey, you! Get video of that. Pictures. Hey, Earl, I got one. Yippee! But I'm losing train of thought. You guys are cracking me up. Good times. But whatever. I gotta go. Everybody take care. Have a good week. Be safe. I'm out.